Hey everyone, welcome back. It's been a whirlwind of a week since Project Epoch's launch, and today I want to take you through what's been happening behind the scenes, from stress testing and unexpected crashes to major breakthroughs in a massive dev effort. It's all been pretty intense. Let's get into it. First, I want to go over the reality of the launch. First things first, launch didn't go as planned. The team was overwhelmed. Over 30,000 players tried to connect at once, and the reality is no one expected that kind of load. The devs admitted they weren't fully prepared for the scale, and honestly, they're owning it. And now they're working really hard to try and fix it. So let's talk about Wednesday. So fast forward to Wednesday, and we saw a successful test run that gave the team, and honestly, all of us, some hope. The servers quietly went up, and it was instantly filled with about 3,000 players. And the results were really solid. They managed to increase the server capacity from 2,000 to 3,000 players with no lag and no crashes. That's a really huge milestone. It shows that the optimization work is starting to pay off, especially their push toward multi-threading, which is notoriously tough to implement in a project like this. So let's touch base on the crashes and hang-ups and things that they've been having. During uptime, the server didn't always crash. Instead, sometimes it just hung. And no crash logs, no error messages. The CPU usage just dropped to zero. And that's really hard to debug. But the team suspects it's related to the connected and retrieving rel list issues that we've all seen. They're really digging deep with debugging tools now that they've migrated the core to Linux, and we'll touch on that more in a second. So let's talk about some of the behind the scenes progress that we've seen over the past few days. They've fully migrated to Linux, rebuilding tools to support performance diagnostics like memory and thread sanitizers. They're optimizing the way the game handles when players and NPCs enter your field of view. And they're adjusting performance config values that were ironically too aggressive and made things worse. This isn't just some quick hotfix patch, they're fundamentally restructuring the way the server works. Let's talk about team restructuring. So the dev team brought in about a dozen modding experts to help out, and they split it into two teams. You have the optimization team, and you have the multi-realm team. So the optimization team is focused on server stability, performance, hitting the target goal of 5 to 7,000 players per realm. And then you've got the multi-realm team. They're preparing a temporary backup plan of realm pairs, kind of like Gurabashi 1 and Gurabashi 2, Kazan 1 and Kazan 2. And they've talked about firing up a third server, so it'd be server 3-1 and server 3-2. And the way that'll work is the servers are going to be separate, but they're going to share names and guilds. So let's say I've got my mage Niv on Kazan. Well, on Kazan 2, you wouldn't be able to make a character named Niv. The same as if I have a guild on Kazan named Epoch Love or whatever. You couldn't make a guild on Kazan 2 named Epoch Love. My guess is they do that so in the future, if they do ever intend to merge those into one, there's no name or guild name conflicts, so they could seamlessly merge them together. So let's talk about what's not the problem. So it's not a hardware issue. They've said that multiple times. They said it's not a money issue. They said if it was a hardware or a money issue, they would have just paid it and gotten it fixed. And it isn't about custom content. In fact, some of the custom content is now running fine on the Linux test server using simulated players, which is a really good step. So what's next? What can we expect? The server will stay down for normal gameplay for a few more days while testing continues. We'll see it come online intermittently as they gather more crash data and test fixes. And a detailed update from the devs will be posted every 24 hours. And yes, general chat is now open again, slow mode included. So, what's my final thoughts? I know a lot of you are frustrated. I am too. I really want to play, but we have to be patient. It's clear that the devs are all in on this project. They have been for years. They've admitted their missteps, they're rebuilding with transparency, and they're involving the broader modding community to make this work. So yeah, this isn't the launch we hoped for, but it's still a project worth believing in. So if you found this update helpful, I'd really appreciate the support if you hit the like button, consider subscribing for more updates, guides, and breakdowns on all things Project Epoch. I'll keep you in the loop as things develop. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in Azeroth soon, hopefully. Take care. Bye.